Okay, when we think about the poem Exposure, we need to think about the ideas. Okay, we know the ideas are this kind of constant, perpetual, haunting stasis. And we need to look at the structure and how that structure reflects the ideas in the poem and the message of the poem. So Owen chose to use a regular stanza length, okay, all the way through. It's regular and constant, perhaps to echo the regularity of the suffering in war. So the regular structure could echo the regularity of the suffering. The way that repetitively and reliably soldiers are traumatized and confronted with horrors, the regular stanza length could also emphasize that feeling then of that entrapment within that suffering, that stasis, that constancy. The poem has a lot of half rhymes in it rather than full rhymes, so like silent, salient, burn born, wire war. This is a jarring, unsettling sound. It echoes that kind of, a half rhyme isn't quite right, so it echoes the like jarring and unsettling feeling of soldiers and war. It creates that sense of chaos. So the use of half rhyme represents that chaos and turmoil, something unsettling, because they're constantly waiting for that war. He's kind of subverting the rules of poetry there, using those half rhymes, just like he subverts the expectations of patriotism in that poem. And he uses first person plural of we, that our that we talked, that we, that our, that us that we talked about. But as well, when we talk about that our and that us in Exposure, we could also talk about how he almost includes the reader, the our, us, we, that inclusion of the reader. He wants the reader to be a part of that suffering, not in a sadistic way, just in a we should experience it, the reality of it, we should be exposed to the reality of it. That plural, that collective of we, our, us, exposes the reader to it, to the reality, instead of simply glorifying war from home.